Hello everybody, this is Taylor Brown with String Theory. In this episode, I'll be exploring how to make a marble material like the one you see right here. Okay, so for those of you who don't want to follow along, you just want the material for your projects, you can download the blend file in the description below. But if you want to know what the node is doing in here, for reference for future materials that you want to build yourself, I'd recommend watching the video all the way through. Okay, so let's render this out. And we saturate the red to a white. Now to get a basis for this texture, I'll be adding a noise texture, setting the coordinate to object. That way it's distributed evenly. Okay. Because what generated does is that it maps to the object. So for instance, when scaled up in the z-axis, like so, apply the scale, it stretches to the object, but if you use the object coordinate, it has a uniform scale across the objects. And I hope that makes sense. Okay. Now let's copy the noise texture to distort the first one. Set the scale of this one to 2. Add some detail as well on both of these. And add some distortion on the first one. That's good. Okay, let's use the factor and plug this into a color ramp. Let's crunch in the black and the white. Now let's add a Voronoi texture, setting the future output to crackle. Let's use the object coordinate like before. Let's set the scale to something like 1. And we will mix this with a second Voronoi texture, setting the scale of the second one to something like 3. Now let's distort it on the vector using a noise texture. Mixing that with the object coordinate. All the way over on the right, we adjust the object coordinate. All the way on the left, we adjust the noise texture. Okay, so we want to lean over on the object coordinate side. The only reason why this is plugged into the object coordinate as well is because automatically it's set and generated. We want the object coordinate for the noise texture. Okay. Add some detail as well. And let's mix it like so. Now let's add these two together using a mix RGB. Let's lean it slightly over on the second setup. Let's grab another color ramp. Crunch in the black and the white. Let's also colorize it. Let's do a dull blue. Let's plug this into the base color. Okay. Let's render this out. Crunch on the right a little bit more. Now let's add another Voronoi texture. Set it to a Practical Feature Output. Set the scale something like 20. Let's use an object coordinate as well. Let's distort it as well with a noise texture. We use the same scale as the Voronoi texture, so 20. Let's mix it with the object coordinate. Now let's mix this together and set the blend type to overlay. Let's change the scale of the Voronoi texture, something like 40. And 40 here as well. Lower the factor. Let's do 30. Okay. Let's render this out. Check out the other objects. Let's turn off the main objects and save the secondary objects. We get this animated cube, the text, and finally the cloth. Okay, let's go back to the main objects. Let's make this a little bit more gray. Okay, and that's finished the video.